Welcome back to the Humble Market Timer YouTube channel. Once again, if you enjoy the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. In today's video, I want to do a technical analysis look at ticker symbol SNDK SanDisk. The company has been one of the hottest performing stocks in the stock market in 2026. And I wanted again to do some technical analysis to see how, based on the technicals, how you could project price movements and where I could potentially see SanDisk topping in the very near future. Before I go any further, check the description of my disclaimer. These are my sole ideas, not investment advice. Now, as I stated before, SanDisk has been one of the highest performing stocks in the stock market. It's in that memory sector. Memory stocks have been just on a rampage when people sort of came to the realization that not only are you going to need all these chips from NVIDIA to have this AI boom take place, but you also are going to need memory. And SanDisk fits right into that memory theme. And so they keep increasing revenue projections and EPS projections. They just had earnings out, smashed revenue projections. They smashed EPS projections. They're projecting much higher movements. But as you can kind of see from the chart here, it looks like it's getting overbought. I mean, it's just constantly making new high after new high after new high. And so at some point, you think even with great numbers, there's going to be a pullback. There really hasn't been one yet, not a significant one at least. But you think at some point it's coming. So really the only way you can kind of project price moving forward is to looking at technicals. Because from a fundamental standpoint, things look pretty good, at least in the short term, about the prospects of SanDisk continuing to have massive increases in revenue and earnings per share. So just looking at this chart here, this is a regular daily chart of SanDisk. And as you can see, I drew a parallel right here to kind of show you the parallel that it had been trading in for the most part in 2026. And as you can see, it was trading in this parallel, and then we broke out of the parallel. And if you notice, we traded just above the parallel for a little while, and then we broke out higher. And I wanted to kind of show you how, if you notice, price stopped right here at 1187 to end the week. And just to kind of show you how you probably could have projected that price would stop in that 1187 area just based on looking at the charts. If you look at this parallel and you notice we broke this parallel and then we broke out, you can typically do a measured move by replacing the top of the parallel with the midpoint of the parallel. And if you stretch it out higher, notice where we stopped. And just before I show you that, this is where it was originally. Why was it a good point to stop it here in this parallel? Look at the midpoints. Look how many times we bounced off this midpoint area. See how there was a lot of consolidation in this midpoint area? That lets you know you have a good parallel. And so when you have good midpoints hitting, and then you have a nice solid parallel, you could at that point make projections of measured moves if you were to break the parallel and push higher. And as I stated, if you replace the top of the parallel with the middle of the parallel, you move it to about right here, and lo and behold, look, it ends up right at the top of where price ended on Friday, right in that 1190, 1187 area. And you would have been able to have predicted that just strictly by having nice clean parallels drawn at proper levels and doing measured moves. So that kind of shows you how and why price action was able to stop and get to the level that it got to on Friday. Moving some of this back to where it was though, just to kind of also project where price action is moving forward. Again, when you're in these blue sky territory, it's very, very difficult to find where price is headed because you don't have prior levels to look at and use as support and resistance. So you have to utilize the charts. And so now let's do another parallel to see if we can project where price is going further. So let's take, this is about the lowest area that it had its last area of consolidation. And let's stretch a parallel out from here to about here. And then we're going to stretch it up. And I want to stop it at about here. And the reason why I'm stopping here is, again, look at all the areas of support. You always want to stop parallels where you see the midpoint acting as a point of resistance. And so when you see that, again, let's you know you have a good parallel. So I'm not just drawing parallels randomly. You always want to look at where midpoint, there are lots of midpoint hits in the parallel. And so if you look at this new parallel that I have drawn, and you see we have just broken out of the midpoint area, the next projected area for SanDisk to potentially hit would be right in this area here if we continue to go straight up. That puts us in about that 1400 level that you could potentially see SanDisk push higher if we continue to see strong movement in the overall stock market. Now, one of the things you need to look for when you're looking at technical analysis, you need to look for things like topping tails or signals that buying has been exhausted. You see the last candle we've had has just been a big green candle. Typically, stocks don't top on long green candles. Typically, stocks top on topping tails. See, if you notice how there's a long candle here with there's not much thickness in the candle, or if you see a long wick at the top of the candle, ideally, you like to see a red bottom of the candle, but you want to see a long wick. That typically means a topping tail, which means that is a topping signal. We haven't really gotten that yet in SanDisk, which makes you think that we could probably go higher. So that's one projection that you can look at to see, well, maybe we can top at SanDisk here in this level. But I want to look at it from one more approach. Let me delete this parallel, and I want to kind of go back. And if you notice, this is a massive move we've seen in SanDisk. It's moved quite a bit of percentages higher. But oftentimes, looking at using technical analysis, we tend to fall in love with just linear charts. But when you see massive moves like this, you need to really look at charts from a logarithmic standpoint. So let's look at SanDisk from a logarithmic standpoint. You can go to your trading tool like you see here on Trading Disk, and you can hit the L right here for logarithmic. And let's see what this is showing us. And I kind of already drew the parallel. Let's make this a little bit wider. And if you noticed in the logarithmic chart, look at how we have been trading inside this parallel dating back to the inception of when SanDisk IPO'd. And if you notice, we have been trading very uniformly inside this parallel, but you can only see this parallel in logarithmic form. So very important when you see these stocks making big moves or massive pullbacks to not only look at them from a regular standpoint, but look at them from a logarithmic chart standpoint. And if you look at the logarithmic chart, and let's sort of zoom in more to see if we can get a better view of where maybe this can top out. If you look at the logarithmic chart, you can see we have a little more room here before we reach the highs. And if you notice from the logarithmic chart, it's suggesting that if we continue going higher, you're looking at more about the 1300 area. And when we did the regular chart, if you notice, we mentioned 1400. So you can look at maybe 1400 as probably the top, but your next area where you could probably see maybe SanDisk topping out, ticker symbol SNDK, looking at the logarithmic chart, right here at the top of the parallel would be in that 1300, 1350 range. You might pierce slightly above the parallel like you see here, but be paying attention to these logarithmic charts because oftentimes they can pinpoint tops for these massive movers. In one of those massive movers in SanDisk, I think potentially you will see a top in this area in the very near future with SanDisk. These stocks can't continue to go higher. They have to pull back. It's just not healthy for them to continue to go higher. So there will be pullbacks. But again, using these charts and technical analysis, you can get a very good idea of where these things will potentially top out. Since you're in blue sky territory and you don't have points of support and resistances to look after in estimating where things can top or bottom. So again, be looking out for movement to in this area of the SanDisk chart. I think, my personal opinion, based on the logarithmic chart, I think that 1300 to 1400 area is where we'll top out. It may happen quickly. I think it could happen in the early part of this week. I do believe we're going to get a pullback in May in the overall stock market. There's the old saying, sell in May and go away. So you oftentimes will get weakness in the stock market, particularly if you've had very strong March and April runs in the stock market. So again, be on the lookout for SanDisk to be topping in about that 13 to 1400 area. Really keep an eye from a technical analysis standpoint on the logarithmic chart. Hope you like the content. If you like it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.